Welcome back to the program. In the wake of the terror strikes in Brussels, many questions need answering. How do we stop the next ISIS attack in our home countries? And are we striking back against ISIS in their homelands of Syria and Iraq? It turns out we are matching their carnage with a bombardment of reprise attacks. And the terrorist regime is hurting, make no mistake. But is it enough? I put that to the Australian commander running the air war against ISIS. His answer is a great relief. He's optimistic.
Yeah, I am confident that we are diminishing their capability, and I'd say that for a couple of reasons.
Air Commodore Anthony Martin leads the RAAF Air Task Group. About 300 of our Air Force men and women unleashing missiles every day on ISIS in Iraq and Syria, with, he says, a growing list of successful strikes.
13,500 buildings, fighting positions, command and control structures have been destroyed. Over 3,500 vehicles, tanks, etc. And round about 1,100 artillery, rocket, mortar type positions. So I think for any fighting force to sustain those losses would mean that it's got to be on the back foot.
For security reasons, the RAAF won't disclose where the multi-nation operation is based, except to say it's a friendly Arab nation. Australian fighter pilots fly continuously for 8 hours, refuelling in mid-air. Circling above them, our wedge-tail reconnaissance planes relaying intelligence on targets.
Certainly, I always reflect on, you see the news footage of lots of Daesh vehicles heading down the main street of town with lots of black flags flying. Well, you simply don't see that anymore.
It's now estimated that ISIS, or Daesh, has lost 40% of the land it occupied in Iraq and 20% of its foothold in Syria.
I understand their oil revenue has dropped by around about 30%. That has a flow-on effect for Daesh being able to pay enemy fighters. Their cash supplies in banks in Mosul were hit earlier in the year.
More and more, the enemy has gone underground. One of the latest strikes, outside the Syrian city of Raqqa, dropped multiple 2,000-pound ground-penetrating bombs on a complex of tunnels near ISIS headquarters.
And that was a cave that had quite a large ammunition and IED storage facility. The Hornet team did a very impressive strike there where they effectively put some precision-guided munitions down the cave entrance and took out that entire facility.
Back on the ground, the commander showed us the markings on the side of one of our Hornets. 48 missiles so far and counting.
They're very well trained. They're very, very motivated. They're very dedicated to what they do. And, the support we get back home from Australia too is great. So I'm very proud of the team.